Welcome to the Vernon Hills Update. The update offers information about a variety of village services. You'll meet a few of your neighbors, and you'll find out about upcoming events. On today's show, we'll get an update on how to arrange for yard waste pickup, which is handled for the village by Advanced Disposal. We'll check in with the staff of the Vernon Hills Park District to learn about summer camps, fitness memberships, pool passes, summer events, and more. We'll hear about this year's Village Luncheon, which will be held on Thursday, May 15th, with all the proceeds benefiting the Alzheimer's Association. And we'll visit with the Caudle family to learn about their charitable efforts of their organization, Renew Hope, as well as about the 7th annual Ruth's Run scheduled for Saturday, May 24th. If you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Stordo at 847-918-3560 or email Mike S. at vhills.org. Thank you for tuning into the Vernon Hills Update.
Well, thankfully we can start getting out in our yards and enjoying this nice weather that's got to show up pretty soon. We're with Mary Gilreath at the Village of Vernon Hills front desk, and we're here to talk about yard waste. It is yard waste season. That's something that's handled by Advanced Disposal. That's our garbage hauler company.
That's correct. Yard waste season started April 1st, and this year it runs through November 25th. So we do have the stickers here at the Village Hall available for purchase. This year they're $2.22 a piece. At the Village Hall, we only accept cash or check. And you can buy them in any quantity. You can buy one, you can buy 5. They come in sheets of 5, but you can buy 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever you need. Advanced Disposal also offers subscription service for $12.68 a month. If you have a lot of yard waste and a regular user weekly, the $12.68 a month allows you 6 bags per week. And if you do use a lot, it's actually more economical than just buying the stickers, because $12.68 a month is slightly less than having to buy 6 stickers. But if you don't use a lot, then the stickers are the way to go. They are also available for purchase at Walgreens, Home Depot, the Sullivan Center, and Mariano's, and that affords a lot of residents who can't make it to the Village Hall hours, to be able to get it on weekends or evening hours. But I always would caution you to, check in advance to make sure they have them, because we do run out often. We always try to make sure we have a good quantity here at the Village Hall, and especially towards the end of the season. The stores might not remember to purchase more from Advanced Disposal. We try to keep them on hand here.
Let's talk about how you use, when you're using this sticker. We've got one of these craft paper bags here. You have to go ahead and buy these as well. You can buy those from a lot of different places.
You can get them Home Depot, Lowe's, I think possibly even Walmart sells them. If you use the bags, the stickers are, they just peel off labels, just put it on the bag. I like to make sure that the sticker is facing the street so the truck driver knows you've paid for them, and this year the color is green. If you're a subscriber, unfortunately I don't have a sample of that, but what they'll do is they'll send you a very large sticker with the green color in 2014, and you place that on your waste receptacle, and that will tell the driver that you have on the paid subscription plan, and then they'll know to pick up your yard waste.
Because yard waste is picked up on your main garbage collection day, which is Monday or Tuesday.
That is correct. It's either Monday or Tuesday, so whatever your first garbage day is of the week, that's the day you put your yard waste out. They also ask that if it's inclement weather, try not to put it out prior to 6 a.m. the day of your pickup. If you don't want to use the craft paper bags, you can use a 32-gallon garbage can. They ask you to put a large X on it. You can do that with either duct tape, electrical tape, or paint, or whatever. And then you still need to put a sticker on it. Or if you have subscribed, you've got that sticker on your waste receptacle. If you do twigs or branches, they ask that they be no longer than 4 feet long and bundled together in about a 4-inch diameter bundle. You can just put the sticker, kind of wrap it around the bundle, the string, whatever you're going to use, so they know you've paid for that. And they ask that nothing weighs more than 50 pounds.
And another thing they like to say, we like to say that with all the containers, and there is an ordinance about this, but to keep containers, like not just the craft paper bags when it's inclement, but keep all of your stuff kind of out of sight, tucked away.
Right, there is an ordinance, your garbage can should not be in view. So either try and keep them in your garage, if they're on the side of the house, maybe put some kind of screening in front of it. But they're really, it's against ordinance to have them out on your driveway or visible from the street at all times, so.
Well, and another thing, since we're talking kind of about housekeeping things, it is time to get the grass clipped, and so there is an ordinance about that as well, and that's really to protect the neighborhood, especially if you have absentee landlords or things like that, or, you know, just things like that. So what's that rule again?
That's true. Ordinance says that grass cannot be taller than 6 inches tall, and we do get a lot of phone calls, especially if it's a vacant foreclosed home, and then we have to look into it and make sure the grass gets cut. Or sometimes it's that first cutting. People are just a little hesitant. Time to get that lawnmower out and get it cut. Your neighbors do call. So, you know, try and stay on top of it, or you'll be getting phone calls from us. So.
And one more thing, too, if you're out there and you're digging and you're working, there is a dial before you dig. What is it, 811? You're supposed to, yeah, and you give a call, or you can call over to Public Works or somebody and they'll help you, but they do a locate for everything. It doesn't cost anything, but you just should do it.
Yeah, anytime you dig, you should always contact Julie, and their number is 811. And Julie is a service that contacts all the utilities. They'll come out, mark your yard, because you don't want to be digging and then accidentally hit a gas line or something, and then you're responsible for, having that corrected.
Yeah, and that can run you up quite a good cost. And so let's go back one more time. Advanced Disposal is the place to go to get, if you want to get your subscription service. If you've got questions, they'll tell you information on the website about that. You can go online. You can call Advanced and get signed up for a subscription, and it runs through November. So you've got the whole summer to go.
Right, and one thing, they do not allow sod, dirt, or mulch in the bags or the receptacle for yard waste. It's basically strictly, leaves, twigs, things of that nature. Right.
Well, and the good news is, too, if you've got something else you do need to dispose of, Advanced does waste hauling, recycling, and this, so they can figure out what to do for you. So if you have a need, they'll help you out with that.
Yeah, for sure. If you have any other questions, I would highly suggest you just call Advanced Disposal, and they'll help you with what your needs are.
Wonderful. Thanks for taking the time. Come on over. We'll get our stickers if we need them, and otherwise, happy spring.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you.
Well, summer will eventually be here, and at that point, that's when the Vernon Hills Park District gets incredibly busy. They're always busy, but they get even more busy with their summer events. We happen to be at the Lakeview Fitness Center here in town, and we're talking with Gail Herman, who's the director of the early childhood programs over there, and she's going to talk to us about some of the things you've got in store for the littler ones, because that's your passion, that's your love. You've been doing this quite a while, too. That's your passion for quite a while.
I have been doing it for a long time, and I love every minute of it. We are very busy getting ready for the summer, and it is going to eventually come. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of camps for our 3 to 5-year-olds, a lot of camp for our 1st through 4th graders, and then we have camps that I'm not in charge of, but they're for 5th through 8th graders.
And there's a lot of flexibility in those, too. It isn't like you're sun up to sundown. It's whatever you need.
Absolutely. We have camps that go from 2 hours in the morning to 6 hours during the day, to before care, to after care, all kinds of choices for parents to make.
Okay, and the most important thing on camps is, I know some of you have already signed up out there, but people do wait longer and longer. That makes it hard for you guys to plan and get everything ready.
Absolutely. Our registration cutoff date is May 11th. The sooner the better. We're trying to staff, we're trying to plan field trips. We need to know our numbers, so the earlier the better.
And if somebody does want to find out how to do that, you've got a book, you've got online, and people can give a call, too.
Yes, absolutely. There's all kinds of ways to find out our information.
Mm-hmm. So that's May 11th. Try to get that all done. It'll be peace of mind, because summer's going to be here and you're going to need that. Well, talking about the little ones, you have been instrumental in the preschool over there for a long time. Preschool coming again in the fall, I would assume.
And that's even earlier. We have started registering in December, and we are ongoing registration until we're full, and we will start the day after the day after Labor Day, actually.
Okay. Wow, the day after Labor Day, that's when the kids come back then.
They
so
do. They do. They do.
Well, let's talk about that preschool. You've had your teachers and your staff there quite a while. You've got a long track record. If somebody wants to learn more, I'm sure they can just ask around the community, but there's more information too.
Right. You can go online to our website. It's very easily accessed. You can call the front desk. You could call me. I will be absolutely happy to answer any questions that somebody might have and also to give a tour. Anytime a class is in session, if they would like to come and see the class in session, call me.
Okay, sounds good. So that's the information for the little kids. You've got your work cut out for you. There's not going to be any rest for you. So thanks for taking the time, Gail.
Thank you so much.
Well, we've moved over to the Lakeview Fitness Center's pool waiting area to talk a little bit more about what's going on over here at the fitness center. We're with Matt Laporte. He's in charge of the facilities over here. Thanks for taking the time, Matt. And you guys have been busy over here. I mean, you've done the renovations, you've got more people coming in. How's everything been going?
Everything's going really well. Our membership's doing really strong. Last year, around this time, we were about 1,900. Now we're up to about 2,800 members. We're about 4 months out from when we completed our renovation and had our grand opening in November, and everything's going really well.
Well, let's talk about that renovation because you've got a lot of stuff over here. You've got, we've seen the weight rooms and the fitness. There's been people coming in and out for classes. You've got a lot going on. Can you just give a quick rundown of some of those things?
Definitely. With our membership, you get access to over 70 group exercise classes. We have a robust cardio room, free weight area. We have our pool behind us with a whole spa area with a sauna and steam room. And we have access to our Sullivan Center Gymnasium for pickup basketball and activities over there.
So in memberships, I know there's different ways because in my own home, I know about individuals and families and punch cards and all different ways. You've got a lot of different ways to choose from how you can use these facilities.
True. We start with the individual member, and then you can add on depending if you have another adult at home, a spouse, or an adult, child or relative that lives at your home, and then you can add teens and children, and they're all at an appropriate price point for what we feel that they're able to use in our facility.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that membership is up because this is really kind of one of those community gems here. So that's great to know that we're supporting you like that. And I'm sure you could always enjoy a few more members. So if somebody wanted to find out, they wanted to try this place out, is there something? Can you get guest passes? Can we talk to you?
Definitely. You can talk to me. Give me a call. We have a week trial that is available to everybody. It is something that we offer twice a year, or you can use it twice a year. If you feel that after your week's trial that we're the place for you, and we'll get you signed up at a nice entry-level rate of $39. There's no initiation fee or anything of that nature, and we do annual contracts. You stick with us for a year at $39. There's additional savings if you pay in full, and that's $429 for a resident. And then if you feel like you just want to go 30 days at a time, we have that at $45.
Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to try everything out. So especially if they want to come over, and if you do that trial, that week trial, can you use the pool in all the facilities?
You can use all of the facilities. We don't restrict at all.
Okay, excellent. So that's something you can go online, give a call, find out, stop in at the front desk, find out how to see what's going on here and get involved. Well, and since we are in the pool area, I know one of the things that you guys have been doing, because the Park District does have an indoor and an outdoor pool, which has really expanded your programs, but you've got a swim team over here that's just going gangbusters. Tell us about the swimmers.
We're doing great. We have about 285 kids in our lessons program. We have lessons starting at the end of April, or on the 21st, and then we start again June 8th for our programs. We have both indoor here in the evenings during the summer, and then the Family Aquatic Center will have the outdoor swimming over there in the mornings for lessons. Then we have a robust swim team, and there's 85 kids in that program. We have a developmental level where they can get started, which we call our bronze level, and then they work up to our competitive level, and we all are with the USA Swimming Club. And so it's a great program. We're doing really, really well.
So what are the ages kind of for those kids? I mean, how little or how old or how young do you have to be? Or?
We start at 5 years and we go up to teenage.
Okay, excellent. So that's good to know. You guys are busy over here. We'll probably have to let you go because I know people are milling about trying to get a hold of you, trying to find out about those free week passes. So if you'd like to know more, go online, give this guy a call, stop him when you see him, stop over at Lakeview. Thanks for the time, and I'm glad it's going so well.
Thank you.
Well, let's get into some special events. We're with Marty Walsh, and he is Mr. Special Events. And you've got a lot of stuff going on now. Gail touched on the fact that there's camps, and I know camp is a big thing coming up for you guys, and you've got it for all interests, all ages, all time frames.
Yeah, we have camps if you need a half-day camp, if you need a full-day camp. We have a new camp called Summer of Service, so we have 2 projects a week that the kids get to go out in the community and do projects.
How old do you have to be for that?
I believe that's first through 8th.
Okay.
So we have,
Really?
so we have a lot of opportunities. We also have road trip camp where you do a field trip every day. We have sports camps. We have a half-day camp called Kid Zone. So whatever you're looking for, we've got a lot of opportunities.
And I know Gail stressed the fact that you do want to know what the kids want to be wear because you've got a staff, you've got a plan, you've got to get stuff purchased and stuff squared away.
Yes, we encourage everybody to register as soon as possible. It makes staffing and makes scheduling it so much easier with a full roster of all the campers.
Well, that's always a busy thing going on for you guys now. Other stuff that you've got going on, did you do a garden again this year, a
We
community
have
garden?
3 gardens this year. We started out with 1 garden at boat docks. We added Hartman Park, and then this year we have a new site at the new Indian Wood Road location just east of the new park maintenance facility. It's going to have about 42 plots there in addition to additional 20 to 25 plots. So we'll have over 60 plots available. And with our garden lottery this year, we had over 60 applications just for gardeners. So we were thrilled with the response. We'll be getting those open right at the beginning of May. So we're really looking forward to that.
So you guys are all squared away. You've got enough gardeners already. So if
Yeah.
somebody wants to do this, they got to get on it early.
There's a waiting list right now. So if you're interested, I would get on the waiting list right away because by middle of June is about when at the latest you want to get your garden planted.
Okay, well, it's good to know that you were able to expand it to accommodate all the interest. So.
Yeah, the interest level has been huge. We thought we were only going to open up the one new site this year. So when we saw the response of over 60 applications for plots, it was great. So we decided to open up all the sites.
Well, we're just healthy eaters around here. That's all. So now you've got a lot of special stuff coming up too. We talked about is Recycle-O-Rama?
Recycle-O-Rama, yes. This is something we do twice a year. It's a huge partnership with the Village of Vernon Hills, the Public Works Department's a great help for that. Swalco, Pete and Merlan from Swalco. We've also got huge support from Westfield Hawthorne Mall. We host the event there every spring and fall. This year will be a little bit later. It'll be June 14th, Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the outlot just south of Macy's, near where the new Maggiano's, I believe, will be opening up in that south lot right off of 60. We accept anything with a cord, battery, anything electronic, and then there'll also be an on-site paper shredder. So you can bring a few boxes of old documents and they'll be shredded right on site.
Okay, so you can watch them be shredded even too,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you know they're gone.
You know they're gone, yes.
That's a great event, and I know you guys get busy over there, but you're very efficient getting it all done. Other stuff you've got, you're going to do park chats again this year?
Yes, yeah, that's become a staple. Once a month, we have an informal meeting at one of our parks to encourage residents to come out. It's more of an informal setting for them to talk to staff and board members about ideas, concerns, suggestions they have for our parks and our facilities without having to come to a more formal board meeting.
Okay, yeah, you go right to them, so.
Yeah, and there's ice cream. Bobo's in town has been a great supporter of the event, and they provide free ice cream for everybody.
Oh,
So.
that's awesome. Thanks, Bobo's, for the ice cream. Also, when we talk about stuff going on in the park, movies in the park, that's another time when you can hang around.
Yes, that's becoming very popular. The last Friday of the month in June, July, and August, we host a free movie at Deer Path Park on the north end by the Warrington Shelter about the first week of each month is when we post what movie will be shown. So we'll be probably the beginning of June. We'll let you guys know when that's going to be happening.
Now, sometimes I've seen food out there. Is that?
We do have light concessions. We'll have some candy bars and chips and sodas and water, but nothing too fancy.
Okay. Well, but it's a great night, and it's free.
And it's free.
The food isn't free, but the movie's
movie itself, bring a chair, bring some snacks, bring your family. We usually try to do family-friendly movies, animated, younger type movies. So.
Yeah, and eventually it will be warm, and we can sit outside and watch a movie. Well, you guys do have stuff going on all the time, events, a lot of special events.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the big events that's been happening at the end of the summer is Mr. Ribfest. Are we going to be seeing that again?
We'll be doing the 4th annual Little Bear Rib Fest, Friday, August 22nd and August 23rd. Look for the lineup announcement coming up any day now. So we are finalizing all of the information. You can go to littlebearribfest.com. You can also check us out on Facebook. And just come on out. We'll have food, beer, blues music, country music this year, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're going to be switching it up. Friday night we'll feature a national headlining country artist. So for all you country music fans.
Well, I think we got a lot of music fans. We got a lot of barbecue fans. I mean, what are you going to? It's just a fun time to be in town.
Yeah, it's been hugely successful. Everybody in the community loves it. We couldn't do it without the support of the village, the fire, the police. Everybody gets involved and really helps out. So.
Well, thank you so much for spearheading this, all the people at the Park District. Thank you. If you want to know more, go online. They post all the events online. Stuff comes up all the time, too, so keep track of that. Or give a call over to one of the facilities. They can help you out. Thanks, Marty.
All right. Thank you, Lynn.
Well, we've moved over to the Sullivan Center for the Vernon Hills Park District, which is adjacent to the outdoor pool, the Family Aquatic Center. We're with Jay Bowman. He's the Aquatic Facilities Supervisor, and hopefully I got that title right this time.
You did.
And Jay, you've got a lot of stuff. The reason we're not even at the pool today is because as we're taping, they're out prepping the pool, they're doing painting and all kinds of stuff. So your guys are going to be in good shape when you open. And when do you open?
We open the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. I believe that's May 25th.
Okay, and you're open all the way through the beginning of September?
Correct. We close on Labor Day.
Okay, so and people, there are different schedules of openings and closings depending on when in the season it is. So that's all online.
Correct. Our entire schedule will be online. Anybody can look at any time.
Okay, so people have been able to buy their pool passes all the way through, but they're still going to be available, and that's a good deal if you got a kid that goes to the pool more than a few times.
Oh, absolutely. Our pool passes are our best deal. They definitely pay for themselves fairly quickly within like 5 or 6 visits. We are also encouraging people to get their passes as early as possible. If you wait till Memorial Day weekend, you're going to have quite the wait.
Yeah.
So you're better off doing it now, and so then you can just have your pass and can get right in on that.
Okay, and when we talk about the passes, you've got different configurations. You've got for the whole family, you've got even versions for the nanny who might be bringing the kids in. So there's a lot of options and a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
And you can do that all over here at the desk?
Yep, you can do it here at the Sullivan Center. Any size family, we can definitely have a pass that will accommodate you. And yes, if you have a nanny in the family, we can definitely help you out so they can bring the kids to the pool as well.
And of course, people can still come in like one day at a time or something like that. If you want to just try it out, I mean, you can always walk up to the thing and pay your money and in you go. So no problem there.
Absolutely. We have a daily admission fee for our residents. And, if you're only coming to the pool on occasion, that might be a good idea. But if you come more often, the pool pass is always your best bet.
And let's talk about the pool facilities, because it's a wonderful facility over there. You've got the lazy river, you've got picnic areas, you've got concessions, you've got changing rooms, you've got the whole spiel over there.
Yep,
So.
we have the 2 leisure pools and plus the water slides for the older kids. And then Bobo's is coming back again to be our concessionaire, the local restaurant that everybody seems to know and love. So yes, they'll be back again for another season.
So you can spend a whole day here once it's open for the whole day. And people do swimming. There's swimming lessons lessons, so I know when swimming lessons start in earnest, that there are times when, for instance, part of the pool is closed off for some of the users, so you can do swimming lessons, but people can sign up for swimming lessons too.
Yes, we've actually changed our swimming lesson program a little bit. In the mornings, we're still going to have our swim lesson program, as well as our fitness swimming, where people can do laps and do water walking in the lazy river. But our evening swim lesson program is actually being moved to our new Lakeview Fitness Center. So the evening lessons will be, and that will help our Family Aquatic Center patrons, because we won't have to close the pool down in the evenings.
That's a good piece of news for people who are wondering about that. You don't have that blowing the whistle and out you go for a little while. That's good to know. Now, if people want to do parties and things like that, that's something you can rent the facility too.
Yeah, you can rent the facility on a Friday or Saturday night and have it privately, or if you just call me up, we can arrange for you to do a pool party at the pool during our regular opening hours.
Sounds good. And like when it comes to other stuff going on, I know you had mentioned that you're going to do Summer Splash this summer. You've got a camp out. So those are your two big activities.
Yeah, we have two big events at the Family Aquatic Center. The first one, I believe it's in June, is our family camp out. We show a movie. You can swim for a little while, and then you can camp out overnight in your tent with your family over at the Family Aquatic Center. And then towards the end of the season, usually the first weekend in August, the first Friday in August, we have our Summer Splash event. So we do a bunch of games. We have a DJ. People, we get a good amount of people for that.
Well, and it's a great amenity. I mean, when you say camp out, because there's like grassy picnic area, I mean, it's a wonderful facility over there. So, and it's good to know that you're getting it all in shape for everything. One of the things I know we always want people to know is the weather hotline, because oftentimes, you have to follow a lot of rules for when you close the thing down. And I have it here as 847-996-6616. You can get that off the website too, though, but that gives you some up to the minute when you have to close everything down if a storm rolls and stuff like that. And it's just how it is.
Yeah, when in doubt, it's always best to check the weather hotline. It is the thing that I stay on top of to the best of my ability all summer. It'll tell you whether swim lessons are happening. It'll tell you whether the facility is going to be open, and we try to keep that up to date at all times.
Well, and when we talk about, what you've got to do to run the facility, there's a lot of lifeguards and staff like that. And you're still looking, as we're taping this, you said you're still looking for a few lifeguards. So if somebody was interested in that, they could check with you?
Absolutely. If you have a Red Cross or any other lifeguard certification, we definitely still have some spots on our staff for lifeguards this year.
The Park District is a great summer employer. It's really a way that a lot of young people get a lot of young people, and everybody can have some summer work. So
they can apply. They can apply online at our website, vhparkdistrict.org. They can apply online for the lifeguard job.
Okay, awesome. So there's a lot of information online. You can even find the weather hotline over there. Thank you for taking the time, and we know that it'll warm up eventually and we'll be out at the pool, so we hope so, yeah. Thanks, Jay, and have a great season. Thanks, you all.
Thanks.
Well, we are fortunate to be part of a very philanthropic, charitable community, and here's another event coming up in May that points just to that. We're with Monica Lundeen at Village Hall in front of the beautiful sculpture that's in the lower level. You should really come and see it sometime. It's beautiful. And we're here to talk about the charity luncheon that's coming up on May 15th. And that's a Thursday, right? May 15th over at Century Park.
Right. It is on May 15th. It is at Century Park. If anyone really wants to know the address, it does actually have an address, which is 1001 Lakeview Parkway.
But that's the summer celebration grounds. Okay.
Absolutely, yes. But it is, owned by the Park District, and they're kind enough to loan it to us for this charity luncheon, which has been going on for the last 9 years.
Well, and let's talk about the history of that, because I think it's kind of unusual what's going on here. You, as village employees, donate your time and get it all set up.
Right.
And everybody in the community donates all the food. So it's all for good.
Absolutely. The staff supplies, the people. And they do the cooking, they do the serving. We have all of these businesses in town that are absolutely wonderful about donating as they do. We will have Ernie's Z-Store and Car Wash again, and Mariano's this year is an added one. Pear Tree Caterers, they supply us with the refrigeration.
That's huge, too.
Jimmy John's, Target, American Hotel gives us the paper goods. On the Border, and Home Depot will be supplying again plants for us, 200 plants, and all the proceeds go to Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's very dear to us here at the Village Hall. We have a member of the staff who has a family that has Alzheimer's, so we did do Relay for Life at one time when we started, and then we switched to give to another, worthwhile charity.
And I think, and unfortunately, Alzheimer's has touched so many people, so I think everybody can understand the importance of research there. So everything at this luncheon, if you come to the luncheon, all that you give to buy your lunch, or if you give a little extra, it goes toward the Alzheimer's Association.
Right, and the suggested price is donation is $5. We will have burgers and brats and hot dogs and chips and cookies and water and vegetables and fruit. So it's just it's very nice, and all of these businesses, as I said, are so generous to donate. The village supplies the staff to come out. Public Works goes out and helps set this up for us. Chief of Police does the cooking, and it's just a really nice community event, but also a village event for the staff of all three buildings. So it's very nice.
It's really what you do to give back.
Yeah, and we do give back a lot. The village is extremely generous about giving back to charities. We have several other charities that we do throughout the year. This happens to be one, and we have a team that we actually do the walk also, which will take place at Independence Grove in Libertyville. I would encourage people to get a team. It's so much fun, and it's so beautiful out there that it's really nice, a nice walk to just reflect and be thankful for what you have.
Well, and talking about it's beautiful, it's a great way for neighbors or organizations around here. Oftentimes at the luncheon, you get so much support from our corporate community, and you also get people who come over and have lunch together from the offices and things. So it's another, if you're going to have lunch anyway on May 15th, come over there. And what's nice too is now that you've moved to Century Park, you've got the pavilion over there. Should it be, iffy weather?
Absolutely, and it's just gorgeous, and everybody's invited. It's not where we tell you that, okay, so this is just only for people that have Alzheimer's, or it's just for our village employees. No, it's for everybody. And if you come from another village, that's great too. But come out and have lunch with us, because it's nice, it's beautiful out there. You can get flowers, for your garden. Hopefully we'll have some greens somewhere soon, but.
Well, and I know you'll take any amount of donation would be accepted. Above and beyond is always encouraged, but for $5, you can't go wrong. It's hard to get lunch for $5 around town. So, well, thank you for all you do. Tell the crew thank you. May 15th, 11:30 to 1:30. That's a Thursday, 11:30 to 1:30 at Century Park. Thank you all, and we'll turn out and help you out. So thank you.
Thanks.
Well, it's a beautiful afternoon at the Old School Forest Preserve, which is over on St. Mary's Road, just east of town. We are with the Caudle family, who's been very instrumental in a group called Renew Hope, Inc., and you probably know them because they've been involved in our community for some time. So first of all, Caudle family, thanks for joining us. Would you like to start by introducing yourself? Tell everybody your name.
I'm Sophie.
And what school do you go to?
Town Line Dual Language.
Okay, and how about you?
I'm Kayla.
And which school are you?
I go to Middle School South.
And then you're Brian.
Brian, I've already graduated.
Very good. That's good to know. And then who's not here? Tell me who's not here.
Corey Cottle. He goes to Vernon Hills High School.
Exactly. So everybody knows the Caudles very well. And the Caudles have been involved and helped us be involved in Haiti for some time and all your efforts there. Let's back up and talk about how your family has been doing stuff in Haiti for so long and how Renew Hope came about.
Well, we originally started the school in 1999. My late wife, Ruth, was from Haiti. Her dad was a pastor. And in 1999, we went back for his funeral. Ruth was pregnant with Corey, who's now a freshman at Vernon Hills High School. And there was a great need at that time, and we asked how we could help. And her brother, who took over as the pastor, said, build a school. So Ruth came back and raised $20,000 through a lot of churches in the area and started a school in 1999. We started that school with 30 kids at that time, and presently it's around 450 kids.
And when we talk about a school with 450 kids, you also talked about how to run that school. By our standards, it's really economical, but the impact we can make with a few of our dollars is huge. For 440 kids and how many teachers?
Well, we have about 30 teachers, and if you think that your donation doesn't matter, a little donation can go a long way, because we pay our teachers $200 a month. So we have 30 teachers, $200 a month, and the population right now, I'd say 50% of the population is surviving on less than $1 a day, and 80% is surviving on less than $2 a day. So if a teacher there makes $200 a month, that's about $650 a day. And you think about the minimum wage here is what, $8.25? So your money can go a long, long way in helping.
So you're helping the economy, you're helping those families, you're helping those 400 some kids, and you've been helping them all the way along. And I know we talked way back a few years ago when there was the huge earthquake. We all got involved a lot again to help things. And you've had to do some rebuilding because of that?
Yes, we have. We're currently involved in helping rebuild a lot of the houses. When the earthquake happened, we flew down in April of 2010 and put up tents until we could make more permanent structures.
And now we think to ourselves, well, that earthquake was a while ago. Everything must be good. How is everything?
Well, everything's not so good. They're improving slowly. You think about the hurricane that happened in New Orleans several years ago, and they're still recovering. Well, this is Haiti, and this was only 2 years ago. So it devastated the community and the country as a whole. And slowly a lot of organizations, church organizations, non-governmental organizations are slowly helping it dig out.
I was going to say, and when it comes to organizations like yours and other non-governmental organizations, that seems to be where the impact really comes in. And again, it's like you said, your dollar goes where it needs to go because you know how to get where it needs to go.
Absolutely, and I would say they estimate now about 90% of the schools are run by NGOs and churches.
So you've still got a school going on there. Now, let's talk, before we talk about the run, we want to invite you to a special run coming up. But let's talk about some of the things you've been able to do. You've been to Haiti. You've helped. What, as a kid, and you know what we grow up like around here. What does it look like to you when you see the kids and you do your work?
Well, when we go down there, it's not the same here at all.
I mean, because when you see kids and we think to ourselves, well, we think to ourselves, we got great schools, but there's some days we're probably not too excited about going. I mean, face it, we got great teachers and all, but some days, but it seems like what I've heard from you guys is the kids love being at school, and it's really something that when you're able to give that school, they love it there.
Yeah, like here we take for granted school.
Yeah. Well, it is. We do take it for granted. That's exactly right. So have you've been there? Has Corey been there too?
Yeah.
So you guys have all been there. Have you been to Haiti, Sophie?
Yeah, I've been there only twice in my whole entire life.
Yeah. Did you do work when you were there? Help
Yeah.
a little bit?
Yeah.
So let's talk some more about the school and what you saw and how far those kids were coming before you put that building up.
Well, the reason we originally built the school is that kids in the community were walking 2 hours one way to school. And when the little ones would get tired, like Sophie's age, the older ones like Kayla would carry them on their backs. So that's the reason we built the school.
What a sight. And then we get worried about walking a couple blocks, you know, we have to be dropped off. And then you talked too a little bit about the fact that when you've been there with mission groups and you've been working and helping and you saw something else. Tell us the story about how hungry everybody was.
Well, one year we brought a mission team down and to do some work on the school. And it was lunchtime, and the kids came out to play with the missionaries at lunch. And one of the missionaries turned to my late wife Ruth, and said, "You know what, I feel bad because the kids didn't get a chance to eat lunch. They were so gracious to play with us during recess." And Ruth looked at them and said, "They don't eat. They don't have the money to eat lunch, so they go without." And since then, this goes into talking about how far your money goes. Just a little bit helps. Since then, an organization has come in and provided a hot lunch. So now every child gets a hot lunch every day. And sometimes for these kids, it'll be the only good meal they get all day. They may come home and the parents may not have enough to feed them, so they go without.
So by coming to school, they have education, they have nourishment, they have care, and you're doing it all in one place.
Right, and the food also has gone a long way to help with malnutrition. A lot of times you would see the kids who haven't eaten, and they have the big stomach. And
so we're not talking just hungry, we're talking starving.
Starving, right, that's correct. And when you're surviving, when half the population's surviving on less than $1 a day, a hot lunch is a big deal.
That's a huge deal. I'm sure that people are so appreciative that they can send their children to you. Now, you said, tell us again how many kids and what ages and what you're trying to expand to.
We have approximately 450 kids, grades K through 10th grade right now, which is sophomore year in high school. So our vision, Lynn, is to bring that all the way to senior year, bring it K through 12th grade. And to do that, of course, we need more money to build more classrooms and to pay for more teachers. But that's our vision. And also, we would like to somehow build a computer room for the kids. Right now, they don't have computers, and we would like to pick up maybe 10, 12 computers and have a computer course for the kids so they can learn to go online and research.
Okay, so remind everybody, your dollars go so far. $1 does so much when it's in your hands to go to Haiti. And if people have like organizations or interests or equipment, is that something they can talk to you about as well?
Absolutely. They can go on the website and help.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's not just a school, too. There's an orphanage next door, and I remind kids especially what an orphanage is. Who lives in an orphanage?
An orphanage is for kids who don't have any parents, so they have no one to take care of them, so that's what we do. We take care of the kids.
And I understand you even have met one of the newest and very young. How young is this boy?
Yeah, Jeff, he was newborn. He was really tiny, yeah.
So you got to hold him? So he's
Yeah.
your new, so you've got everybody babies on up then?
Yeah.
How many kids are in the orphanage?
40 kids right now.
40? And I'd probably like to add more. Is there more need?
There's always more need, and there's always kids who need to get in, but we can only take so many.
Okay.
So
again, any help we can give,
Right.
we'll do it. Well, let's talk about the run coming up now. I understand you've done the run. You've got up on Saturday, May 24th, right here at Old School Forest Preserve. There's going to be the 7th annual Ruth's Run. Now, you've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Have you run it or walked it?
I ran it.
The whole 10K?
No, the 5K.
Okay. Well, so you're going to do it this year?
Yeah.
Okay. So do other young people do it, you guys? Sophie, have you been in this? Have you done this? Yeah?
Yeah, I've done the 5K, and I've been always asking my dad if I can do one of the tables where they give drinks.
Oh.
But I've been always doing the
You've been out there
race.
on the
So,
race? Yeah.
so then now finally he's letting me do one of the tables.
Okay, so what are you going to do at the table then? You're going to help hand out cups or something of water?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like Gatorade or water or lemonade or something.
Okay. So there's a lot here for people, and your dad was telling me there's like food and there's music, and it's a place to be. So, do
Yeah.
other young kids come? Like any of your friends going to be able to?
Yeah, I each year my friends come and support us, and it's really fun because I'm running with my friends the whole way. We just talk and stuff. Yeah.
So it is fun. So was it fun? Now I understand you were like in a stroller or a buggy or something the first year, 7 years ago. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, excellent. Well, at least Sophie is honest, if nothing else, right there. So, well, let's talk about this run now. You said this is a run where you get serious runners, and then you get people like me that just want to chat with my friends and listen to the music.
that's right. We get a little bit of everything. We're CARA certified, CARA. which means Chicago Area Runners Association. So the course is mapped out, so it's perfectly, it's a 5K walk run, so it's exactly 3.1, or it's a 10K run, and it's exactly 6.2 miles. So CARA runners get points for the courses they do that are CARA certified. So we get very serious runners, and then we get people who just casual want to help, donate, and help a charity.
Okay, and you said the route is mapped out. You said, Corey, your brother always goes out ahead and make sure everybody knows where to run it, but it's a nice path all the way through.
It's a nice path. Yeah, Corey is the rabbit for the race, which means he leads the runners around the track. And one of the reasons runners like it is because it's through the forest preserve. It's on gravel paths that don't take a toll on your knees like it would on asphalt. And it's also shaded. So if you get a hot day, the runners like that because they're cool. And we have water stations throughout the whole event. We also have a lot of medical staff, and everything is volunteer. We get a lot of people come out to volunteer from Greg's Landing, Christchurch, Lake Forest, that'll just come out and want to help an event.
Well, and talking about who has helped you over the years, you've had great help from the schools, from the churches, from the community, from just people that step up. There's a lot of people out here who've been with you the whole way.
Absolutely, and one of the great things about doing this event is you get to meet a lot of wonderful families. You know, a lot of times in the news you don't hear about people like this, but you know, we have the Donnellans that come out every year and help. They donate all the Gatorade and the bars for the race. We have Photos Hot Dogs in Palatine that's come out. He has a restaurant in Palatine. He's come out every single year and cooked chicken for free. We have Starbucks in Libertyville donating the coffee. We have Hinkley Springs and Mundelein donating the water. A lot of volunteers from Christchurch, Lake Forest. The Zemkes in Greg's Landing, the Sones, the Slavishes, just on and on. So many people that are just great people.
Well, great people, and I know out of your schools there's always somebody like, you said somebody maybe in one of your classes. Which class?
Math class?
Yeah, somebody from math class was going to be there, maybe teachers and stuff like that, because everybody does appreciate all you've done over the course of quite a few years here. In fact, it was back in October of 2007. You were very young, and you were just a baby when your mom went on the Update show to tell us about a book she had written, all to benefit the school and building of the school. Now, if somebody wants to run, they go online to register, pretty straightforward.
That's correct. You can go to www.renewhopeinc.org and you can register there.
Okay. And then if somebody just wants to give, they can do that online as well.
Yes, they can do that. They can donate and come to the race, or they can just donate.
Okay, so I could just come to the race even if I didn't feel like walking around just to say hi and see what was going on and bring you a check? I could do that, huh?
You could do that at home, too.
Okay. I wouldn't even have to come, but it is a beautiful forest preserve. So please, everybody remember, coming up on Saturday, May 24th, it's the 7th annual Ruth's Run to benefit the schools in Haiti, and thank you to the Caudle family. If anybody wants to know more, I know you guys are around, so go to the website because your emails are on there. You can learn more and learn about how you can help. Thank you, girls. Thank you very much, and good luck on the race, too. So run fast or whatever you're going to do, or hand out water fast, okay? Thanks, Sophie.
Okay.
A lot of the kids go to school hungry, they're illiterate, and many of them don't get an education. Education is not free. So it is a privilege enjoyed by only those who can afford to pay the high price. And oftentimes, that high price really means that parents have to forego 1 or 2 meals a day in order to send their children to school. When my husband and I visited this one orphanage in Haiti, we noticed that the kids were walking about 2.5 hours each way to school, some as young as 4. And at that time, my son Corey was only 3, and I thought, I could not imagine in a year him having to make that trip. And so we decided that, well, we would basically do whatever we could to help, and to help build a school right there that they can just go to school. Now, the school is like maybe 30 seconds away from them, and of course now it serves the entire neighborhood, surrounding neighborhood. When the school opened in 2003, it opened only with I think a little less than 40 kids, but this year we welcome well over 300 children.
Well, that wraps up this edition of the Vernon Hills Update. If you have comments or suggestions, please contact Mike Stordo at 847-918-3560 or email mikes@vhills.org. Thank you for tuning into the Vernon Hills Update.